Hi, Celeste.
Hi, Anton. How are you?
Yeah, great. Thank you. So thanks for finding some time today to talk to me about what's happening there at Uniting. We're currently working with you to hire some people for the tech team. And I guess what I'm keen to find out about is, what's your vision for these roles? What kind of impact are these people going to have on the organisation?
Great questions. How much time have you got? So our key role that we were looking at initially is an application technology manager. So that role, we're really looking for someone that's quite flexible in terms of being able to put on that strategic hat, as well as be able to kind of roll up the sleeves and support the team.
Yep.
So they'll have about 4 line reports to them, which is our applications team who do all our maintenance and support for the applications that we've got, but also involved in project work as it comes through as well. So where there are business as usual, what we call BAU, any staff issues or shortages, or there's a significant technical problem that requires that higher level of expertise, we'd be needing them to get in with the team and really work with them on resolving that so we can successfully do our patches and our upgrades. And then on the other side of it, really lead them around what's the future in terms of application architecture.
You're right.
So within Uniting, we have, following our merger 5 years ago, we inherited anywhere between about 130 to 150 applications.
Yeah, right.
So everybody's come with their own, and they have worked in terms of bringing together around 25 different entities so they could keep providing services. But now it's time for us to really move forward, and organisationally the strategic plan is to move forward on how do we clean up our systems and what new ones do we need. So a key piece of work for the applications team will actually be understanding what's the business architecture, what's the technical architecture, and how does that actually come together as enterprise architecture. And it's going to take some time, but the application technology manager will be the primary person responsible for really leading the team and directing that piece of work. So they need to be able to understand what the business as usual is, but also what the vision moving forward is for the application team. And how does that link in with how we function as an organisation, providing anywhere from 700 different services across Victoria and Tasmania.
Yeah, great. So I guess through that BAU role, it gives them the opportunity to really understand what the needs are of the client and the stakeholders, to be able to look at that architecture, as you say, and that's a really great opportunity. So rather coming in and just being, the opportunity is just to do the architecture without being involved in actually what the application is as well day to day. I think that's great. What a fantastic opportunity for someone.
Absolutely. And we'll be procuring new applications. So we'll look at consolidating where are our needs in terms of fit for purpose, and really helping our operations staff to understand what the technical requirements are at a baseline, but also what can an application do to make things more efficient so that they can spend less time sitting and doing administration. I hear all the time we're social workers, we're not, technical people, we're not computer users. They want to be out on the ground basically working with people, and that is how we get the best outcomes in Uniting as well, and we can have people less tied to the administration and more on the ground with the people that need our support.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I think, again, what I've kind of heard and learned about Uniting is how ICT really is a key partner to the business. And you've kind of touched on it there, but from your experience, how does that look in practice?
I like that question. We would probably use the term enabler as opposed to partner, but I do like partner. And that is in terms of, if we don't have the technology set up and we don't have the forward thinking, then we're not able to provide, like I was talking about the applications, but it's things like, can they use a tablet? Can they use a mobile phone? Can we get consents done quickly? Can we reduce the administration on our consumers as well? Because the last thing they need to focus on is crossing T's and dotting I's. in terms of our other support services as well, so across Uniting, we've got a quality team, we've got our senior executive group, we have marketing and comms, people and culture. So it really does enable every possible area of Uniting to be able to function in the most productive, efficient way. And at present, that's where the cleanup is around as well. We need to really take stock of what we've got, and then we can help them understand what they need or what they think they need, and what we can deliver.
Yeah, fantastic. And that's definitely come through from my conversations as well with Amy, you know, the way that it's so enabled, if you like, within the business is the word to use, which I love. And it's something I think probably before working with Uniting, it wouldn't naturally be something I would have thought about in the way that technology is so embraced and so core to what you do.
Absolutely. And I think we've learnt a lot from COVID. While it's been a challenging time, everybody has had to quickly pivot and switch to using technology. So we can embrace the fact that some people that may have been resistant or have lacked confidence in using it, now is the time to kind of encompass that and say, actually, you can, and this is how we can help you do it.
Yeah, right. So that disruption really accelerating the speed of change and adoption of some of that technology is, that's interesting. And in terms of the team culture in ICT there at Uniting, you know, how would you describe that?
It's going through a period of change, which I think is really necessary and important and exciting as well, and possibly because I've been part of that change. So what I kind of put out as my disclaimer from the get-go, I am not technical in terms of my background. I am a social worker. So I've been in the not-for-profit sector and worked at child protection as well with the department. So there's been an intentional positioning, I suppose, of me managing our applications team and also a new team, which is our consumer transformation team. So we've got new roles, we've got new people coming in, and that in itself is an opportunity for us to really form and get ourselves out there. So rather than IT being thought of as kind of faceless, nameless people that just press a button and they make it work, actually we've got a vast number of people with expertise and knowledge across the team, whether it's around data and what does that mean, looking towards a data governance framework, what do we need to capture for our client management systems moving forward that can also draw into an overarching client records management system. So we've got increased business intelligence there. I like a team that, or my style for my team is manager if I have to, and sometimes you do, maybe 10-20% of the time. The rest of the time is leadership. So I am now intentionally, and it's been embraced quite well by the team at present, getting them out to have that direct facing opportunity with our operational teams, whether they're practitioners, senior managers, general managers, people knowing who they are and what they do, so that they not only get the credit for the work that they do, but they actually understand too how they're a part of this really big piece of the puzzle. Because if they didn't do their bits at their points in time, then potentially a consumer's outcomes might be reduced in terms of what we can offer them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so amazing to hear. I think now this is where I really see the opportunity with organisations like yourself, where there's real purpose to what you do, and getting out and seeing the impact of the work that you can do, even if you're working within technology on applications and supporting the applications, it's having a real impact on somebody's life and the outcomes that they're receiving through the work that you do as an organisation. So what a great opportunity. And honestly, I think in all the years of doing this, you're the first social worker converted to a technologist I've ever come across. So I love that as well. That's that in itself, I reckon, is a pretty fascinating story.
Yeah, and I think it also gives credit to the fact that the team don't need me in my role to necessarily have that technical expertise. We will need that in the application technology manager, and we need it within the team, but they are very good at collaborating. That's certainly the team culture that we are all promoting. We know how to have fun. So things like, let's have our Friday stand up and not talk about work.
Yeah.
Let's go out and celebrate with a lunch, acknowledging people's birthdays, having a bit of a laugh at ourselves and celebrating what people are achieving as well and talking to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, fantastic. What a great team spirit you've got there by the sound of things. That's a testament to you and the hard work you're putting in as well.
Yeah, and to the team too, because they've certainly embraced my style as well, which has been quite a shift for them. So they've done that really, really well. And from all feedback, they're quite enjoying that. And they're getting more variety and range of work and opportunities for their own personal profiling as well within Uniting. And as they learn more about different areas of the business, because they're part of different projects, they're actually then expanding their opportunity to potentially go down a path like I did. I've started in one area and I've found my way into ICT, and they could potentially do the same. They might end up out in the business doing a system administration function. They might end up on a specialist project that goes through an extended period where it's not directly ICT report lining.
Yeah, fantastic. It's a great chance to follow your passions, follow your interests, and again, continue to add value there with real purpose. So this has been amazing. Thank you so much, Celeste. It's been great to hear about your journey as well as the team, and the roles that we're looking to bring in to continue the great work that you're doing. So, yeah, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
No worries.